Good morning, ma'am. Today I am going to say about a experiment in advanced operating system lab, that is a remote method invocation. So, coming to remote method invocation, um, this is the experiment aim 8. The main aim of the experiment 8 is to write a program for two processes to communicate with each other using remote method invocation. Here we use two processes. One is as client and another is as servant and service. And one will request a service and another will respond to that and uh, responds to that request. And coming to remote method invocation, sometimes referred to as remote method it is a calling a method of a remote Java object and implementation the Java own way of remote procedure call. Removed means that the object can be located in another Java virtual machine, which in turn can run on a remote computer or on the local computer. On the client side, the so-called subtask takes care of the network transport. The stub must be available to the client either locally or over the network. So coming to algorithm, first we start the program and then to get the local host name, create the IP address class so that the local host name can be taken from the host computer. Create a socket and get the IP address and the port number of the server so that client can send the data to the server. To read from the socket, create a class name like data input stream. Dir is the object created to the data input stream and new data input stream of s dot get input stream. And to write it into the socket, create a class name like print stream. So similarly, it is for output stream. And another is create a socket and get the port number of the client so that server can send the data to the client. Server socket sc equal to new server socket of some value. So that is the time we are giving to that process to execute. So server to accept the request of the client, create a class socket s equal to sc dot accept. Sc means server socket. So to read it into the socket, create a class name data input stream. So this is the input stream, that is for write it into the socket we will create it as print stream. Here equal to new print stream of s dot get output stream. So after completing all the creations of these class names, we will stop the execution of the program. So this is the client program, and these are the packages we import, and this is the TCP client is the class name. And in main in client we use inet, not IP address. Inet, this is the object we created for inet and localhost, and this is the creation of socket. And this is the data, this is for input stream and this is for output stream. And first it will ask enter your text to server and type exit. If it is true, it will go into string that it is giving input stream. So if it is equals to quit, and it will close, otherwise it will read the lines whatever we give uh, in the program in the output display screen. So coming to server, this is the packages we import, and this is the class name TCP server. And in main we create server socket, and that socket that is assigned to socket. And then if it is ready, server is ready, it will display as output, and it will print what input streams that given from client, and what out data input stream for input stream and the data stream for output stream we use if it is true, and it will read the lines given from the client, otherwise it will display error. So here this is the client program and this is the server program, and in client we request, and in client we give hi and how are you. In server it shows output as server is ready, and it gives the same input from client. Client gives hi and how are you, it will give hi and how are you in server. This is the remote process invocation experiment 8 in advanced operating system lab successfully implemented. Thank you.